Morning, guys. Happy Wednesday, halfway through the week. Um, for homework tonight, we're going to start with the top portion, and the top portion is asking us to use variables. Remember, a variable is a symbol, a picture, a letter, and that symbol, picture, or letter represents an unknown number. So normally we're going to use like X's, Y's, Z's. You can use any picture or letter though or symbol to represent an unknown number. Now, these top pieces, there's one, two, three, four questions. All they're asking you to do is to write either an open sentence. Remember, an open sentence is like a regular number sentence, but with a variable, or a variable expression. A variable expression is the same thing, except we don't have that equal sign because we don't know what it's equal to. So one of those people. So the first one says 18 less than a number. Now, first thing I want to figure out is what operation am I thinking that's happening here? When I see these words less than, I know my number seems to be getting smaller. So I know less than is going to mean subtraction. I'm subtracting something. So it's 18 less than a number. So I'm thinking it's either going to be 18 minus a number or a number minus 18. Now, if you're finding 18 less than a number, think of it this way. If I said 18 less than, I picked a number 20. If I said 18 less than 20, to figure out that number, I would have to do 20 minus 18. The same thing happens here for any number. So if I say 18 less than a number, I'm going to have to take that number and subtract away 18. Remember, anytime you see the words less than or fewer than, we always have to flip that number sentence backwards from the way that it's read because of that. So in this case, I'm going to say x minus 18. All right. The second one says a number of groups of 7 is 112. Now, when I see that word groups, I'm starting to think that's either going to be division or multiplication. So when I'm thinking groups of 7, and it's going to make 112, I'm thinking, well, I have 7, and then 14, and then 21, and then 28, and then 35. Counting by my multiples of 7, how many 7s is that going to take to get to 112? I don't know. That sounds like multiplication to me. So I'm going to say some number of times 7s. So some number of 7s must get me up to 112. So that's going to be my number sentence. Now, there's 2 more of those for you guys. Like I said, all you're really doing there is coming up with that number sentence using that variable. And you don't need to figure out what that variable is, just be able to write that number sentence. All right, we'll erase that. And I believe the next section of our homework is giving us a right triangle that I will draw. So we have a right triangle. This right triangle has a base of 21 inches, a height of 28 inches, and a hypotenuse of 35 inches. And we're asked to find the perimeter and the area. Perimeter and area. Now, first thing I want you to remember is to find the perimeter, we're just talking about the distance around the outside. So to find the perimeter, all you're really having to do here is to just take these 3 numbers and add them together. Now, when you do find that perimeter, make sure that your perimeter is measured in inches because that's what we're measuring in here. Now, for your area, remember when we find the area of a right triangle, one thing that we can do is we can draw a dotted line here. And we can say, well, to find the area of a right triangle, we have 2 right triangles here, but together those right triangles make a rectangle. Now, we know to find the area of a rectangle, we take the length times the width. So that's what I'm going to do first. I'm going to do 28 times 21, and I'm going to get some number there. Now, once I have that sum number, whatever this number is, I'm going to have to take it. Remember, I only want this area. And this was the area of the entire rectangle. I only want half of that area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this answer and I'm going to divide it by 2, whatever that answer is. Now, remember when you're writing your answer for area, Since we're measuring in inches here, we're going to be measuring area in square inches. And a square inch would be a square that is 1 inch long and 1 inch wide. About like that would be a square inch. So however many square inches. So for perimeter, you're just adding together those three sides. For area, you're multiplying the length times the width, or the base times the height. And then you're dividing that number by 2 because we have 2 right triangles. So I'm going to let you guys finish that one. All right. Let's take those 2. This is our word problem. Set up our chart for us, and we'll figure this out. So it says, Brenna is one of the most stylish kids in 5th grade. She recently decided that she wanted to start her own clothing line called Cheese. It is a line of shirts and pants that are made from real cheese, priced according to the rarity of the cheese. Each pair of cheddar cheese pants sold for $17. $17 for each pair of pants. All right. And each cheddar cheese shirt sold for $16. So $16 for each shirt. On the first day she was open, she only carried cheddar cheese clothes. She sold 25 pairs of pants. So sold 25 pants and 17 shirts. 17 shirts. She also received a $1,000 donation. So $1,000 donation from Kraft Cheese to try to get her to make a macaroni and cheese hat. How much money did she make? That's our question. How much money did she make? All right, now guys here, think about what we know. We know that a pair of pants is $17 and she sold 25 of those. We know that a shirt is $16 and she sold 17 of those. And then she got, and on top of all of that, she got this additional $1,000 donation. Now, I'm going to start with my pants here. I know that a pair of pants is $17. She sold 25 of those. I could just add together 17 plus 17 plus 17 plus 17 25 times, or I could do 17 times 25, which is going to give me some number. Now, thinking about that, I could also do the same thing with the shirts. If each shirt is $16 and she sold 17 of them, I could do 16 times 17, and I'm going to get some answer. Now, if I'm thinking about my question, how much money did she make? Well, she's going to make some money here for the pants. She's going to make some money here for the shirts. To figure out how much she made, I'm going to need to combine those. I'm going to add those together. Now, we then need to go back and say, does she make anything else? And yes, she does because of this $1,000 donation. So whatever I get here to that, I know that I'm going to add 1,000 additional on top of that, because it's going to be 1,000 additional dollars. So I encourage you guys to go through, solve that question, really think about those different parts. What's important. There's a lot of important information here. So it's nice to plot that down and to know in one place what all of our important information is. Nice job today, guys. See you later in class.